It is now January 7th, and I am finally editing all the videos from my road trips that I did last fall. So, this particular travel vlog is from footage that I did on a 10-day road trip where we went to, I think, 5 different national parks um, from the end of August through the beginning of September. And so this is part 2 of 5 different vlogs, I believe it will be, of this road trip in the 10 days that I was living on my Prius, camping on the side of the road, and visiting different national parks in Oregon and California. So my video skills are not great. I said that in the last vlog, but I do promise it will keep getting better, and yeah, we gotta start somewhere. So I hope that you enjoy seeing a little bit about what it was like for me living out of a Prius for the few days that this particular clip is, and also like camping along the side of the road, pumping our own water and filtering it, just some basic things that you don't necessarily always think about of what it looks like to like be a digital nomad, because yes, sometimes I stay in nicer places, but a lot of the time like it's about being frugal, and the reason I really love to travel is because I love to explore nature and get to just like soak up all the beauty of it. And the best way to do that is to camp and to just be surrounded by nature as much as possible. So I'm going to try to kind of insert in some pieces because my vlogging skills are not great in these clips. So I don't really talk about what's going on. So I'm going to try to insert some of me as I'm editing it and explain like what was actually happening. But I encourage you to keep tuned for the upcoming 3 more episodes in this particular sequence of travel vlogs from my national parks, Oregon and California road trip last September. Sunday, the 30th, I believe, and I'm just getting up. I'm gonna take a shower, my last shower of the probably for a while. So this is the little bathroom at the camp out that I'm staying in, and I'm just gonna freshen up and then we're gonna get ready. Today we're going shopping, getting some last minute gear, and yeah, just getting everything packed up and ready to go, trying to fit everything into the Prius, which is going to be a little bit of a challenge, but I think we can do it. And then we're going to head out on the road tomorrow morning. We were going to head out tonight, but we just decided it's probably going to be a little late by the time we get all our shopping done. So we are going to head out tomorrow morning, head to Crater Lake, go to the hot springs, do some hiking, and then we will see where we're going from there. But I'm going to enjoy my last shower and actual bathroom before we get back out on the trail and full camping. Those are some neck skills. Isn't that so great? The bird's like flopping and
Hello. This is weird.
What'd you get?
I got a Black Forest mocha. Yeah.
Mm.
And it tastes delicious.
It's good? Oh,
yeah.
yay.
With hemp milk.
Yummy. Look how cute this little coffee shop is.
So you can tap it, eating office, outdoor. Ooh, saucy.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah. Planning. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
Yeah.
So you can see everything you do. And now I'm done. Okay, so then after Lawson we have Yosemite, and then after that we have Kings Canyon / Sequoia Park. So then Sequoia Park, so you guys can see, they're like right next to each other. And here we are, officially leaving.
Finally.
We are pretty packed up. I gotta show the back here. Our jigsaw puzzle. Pretty proud of the work here, girls. Here we go. Alright, it is day 3. We are headed to what's it called, Umpqua? Umpqua Hot Springs. So we're gonna hike in. It's like a mile hike in. And as you can see, we have a lot of space in here. That is our kitchen. But yeah, so we're gonna hike up to the hot springs and then we're gonna go find our campsite for the night. It's waiting at this construction area. Yeah, exciting. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's probably like 106 or 7. doing something wrong? Just push the button in. Oh, there it is. What are we doing?
So we couldn't camp at the Crater Lake State or National Park, and so we had to find a place to sleep for the night because we didn't want to pay for a campground. So we had to find a dirt road, and now we pitched a tent by a dirt road. Yeah, that's where we're at right now.
And it's actually really cozy.
Yes.
Look at how cozy we are. Abigail. So, getting all settled in. So I did want to note a couple of things. If you just are going to Crater Lake, you definitely have to stop at Umpqua Hot Springs. It's just right outside the park, and it's totally worth it. It's not a very difficult hike in, not very far, but it is kind of steep and like dirt going up. So if you're active, you should be fine. And yeah, so we were able to explore the park quite a bit. The sunset was the best part for sure. But something I did not video because my phone died is that we were able to actually hike down to the lake, which there's only one spot on the whole rim of the lake that you can actually hike all the way down. And we're going down and we were like totally just chill, and we're passing people and they're all like panting and sweating, and we're like, what? This is easy. Like, is it really that hard? They're like, oh, just wait till you come back up. And so we got all the way down. We were able to pump water from the lake and filter it through our filtration system that Jolene brought, my friend Jolene. And it was the best tasting, most crisp water I have ever had in my life. Highly recommend. But then we started the hike back up, and we're trying to make it there in time to watch the sunset. And so we're like rushing, and we were all dying because it doesn't look as steep coming down, but like if you see the view of looking from the rim down to the water, it's literally just right down that, but it does zigzag back and forth. So yeah, it was a good workout, definitely worth it. I think if you have the time, it did take us probably, I can't remember now, it's been a while since we did this, but we went down, we were down there for a while. So I would allot like an hour and a half, 2 hours to do it if you can keep a pretty good pace on the hiking portion. It's a very well kept trail, very wide trail, beautiful view the whole way down and back up, but it is kind of tiring. So make sure that you are ready to do that trek back upward. And oh my goodness, if you have the chance to watch a sunset at Crater Lake, it is the most beautiful thing. Probably one of my favorite moments of the entire trip was sitting there and just watching the sunset and talking and laughing and eating chips and salsa. I was craving chips and salsa that night. I don't know why, but it was so good. So another note is that if you are not able to find a place to camp, so there's multiple types of camping you can do when you're car camping. And what we did is we also had all of our backpacking gear. So we knew that like there was a chance if we weren't able to find a campsite somewhere or we weren't able to find somewhere to park, we would have to park our vehicle on a dirt road, and then you can backpack in, but you're supposed to go a mile away from your car. The ranger that we talked to, she said as long as we were outside of the park, we didn't necessarily have to be a mile from our car. We could even just kind of pull over on the side in the state land, because there's state land that was surrounding the national park. And then you can just kind of pitch your tent right by your car. So that is what we did. We were so exhausted, we weren't going to try to walk any further than we absolutely had to. I have a really simple, like 4-person tent that we just popped up, and we were able to get that back down right away. I show the site that we had that in, and I believe I also show us like setting it up or taking it down in the next vlog. So if you're curious about that, check that out. But this was the only night that we didn't have either a campsite to put our tent up in or somewhere else that we were staying. So it was a little bit more roughing it because we had no access to like any kind of bathrooms. We had no idea where we really were. And actually the next morning when I woke up, I realized that my tire pressure was extremely low. I think it was the elevation change and all the bad roads in Crater Lake. There were a lot of not so great like bumpy roads in Crater Lake. So be concerned about that a little bit. And also I ran out of gas. So I think I vlog a little bit about that the next morning, but it was pretty stressful because we woke up and I realized that I had like no gas and the tire pressure issue. And so it was just a little bit concerning, but the first night was fine. We actually slept really well. And yeah, I mean, I wouldn't recommend doing that, like the car camping, if it wasn't great weather, because not all four of us obviously are gonna be able to sleep in my car. But we went in a beautiful time of year and it was a gorgeous, gorgeous amount. So highlights of Crater Lake National Park and the surrounding area would definitely be Umpqua Hot Springs. There's also different little lakes in there. I don't remember the names of them, but there's some really beautiful blue lakes surrounding outside of the national park, as well as blackberries. There's blackberries everywhere, so be on the lookout for those. And then when you are in the national park, just drive around the rim, catch a sunset, and if you have time and you're feeling up to it, definitely hike down to the water itself, because it's seriously like the most blue, crisp water I've ever seen or tasted. So, all right, I'll have another vlog up about the next portion of this trip, portion 3 of 5. But thank you so much for watching through all of this, and let me know if you decide to go on your own national parks adventure, specifically to Crater Lake and the surrounding area.